top 15 moments of this World Cup. So first, we'll start with Pakistan and Netherlands game. I mean, Pakistan barely getting over the line against Netherlands. Then Nepal gave England a run for their money, almost beat them, lost by just 4 runs. Then that Afghanistan versus South Africa double super over game, where Gurbaz, even towards the end, had a lot of
I think
chance
there
to
there we have to give
actually.
I think there we have to give Rabada the credits. That guy, out of nowhere, you cannot concede 13 against someone like a Noor Ahmed, man. I mean, you are probably the best three bowlers of your generation, and on this kind of a wicket, 9 down, you are conceding 13 against the number 10. It's absolutely not expected from anyone, and be someone like a Rabada, not at all.
Yep. Then we go to Sky's knock against USA. I mean, like I said, I didn't believe India is going to lose to USA, but purely if you talk about
You
cricketing
never
terms,
know.
scorecard terms,
You
you never
never
know.
know.
It's a funny game. So that knock, 2 points for us towards the start of the tournament. No scares there. Then Italy's historic win over Nepal. Then Zimbabwe's win over Australia. I mean, what a phenomenal game that was. Sanka scoring that 100 and throwing Australia out of the tournament and just pushing them out of the World Cup right from the group stage.
I mean, you were very happy at that
Yeah,
point
of
of time.
course.
I remember. You were
Of
like, okay,
course.
half the task is done. I
Half
mean,
the task is
for
done.
me, honestly, Australia never had the team to make it so far in this, at least in this year's edition.
Bro,
But with
bro,
Australia, you never know.
yeah. I have learned my shit. Never ever underestimate Australia. They can win from any position. Even if they're 20 for 9, I will wait and pray for their 10th wicket to fall as soon as possible. You never know with that team. So that kind of scare they have given me throughout my childhood. Now, then we move on to Harry Brooks 100 versus Pakistan. I haven't obviously seen the game, but I've seen the scorecard, and I think that is a phenomenal knock.
If you ask me, it is probably the best knock of the tournament. I mean, okay, you can say it is against Pakistan, but if you see the context and the conditions at Palekele, usually at Palekele we get a very good belter of a wicket. But that day it was not, it was anything but a belter of a wicket. And you see the scorecard, nobody except Harry Brooks scored the margin of 30 runs. So
Mm.
that's how good his knock was. And he played the field really well, got the boundaries at the right time, and scored 50 ball 100, which is like phenomenal. I mean, a 200 strike rate, you get 100, and against Pakistan, which has like seven spinners, it's quite a thing, I'd say.
Then then that two top team clash between India and South Africa, where South Africa just absolutely rolled India over on that black soil wicket in Ahmedabad, proving that they are the team to beat in this tournament, not India. So that was one of the top moments. Of course, not for us, but we have to be neutral here. So then comes Will Jack's player of the tournament level performance. The lad won 4 man of the matches for England. I mean, unfortunately, probably he would have been the player of the tournament had England actually beaten India in that semi-final and played the final. Who knows? Probably England would have won the World Cup as well. We never know. So that's that one. Then the epic Pakistan versus Sri Lanka match. I mean, I've included this because it was a very topsy-turvy contest on social media. At one moment, it felt like Pakistan is in. The other moment, it felt like New Zealand will be in because Sri Lanka is going to win the game. Then that wide controversy or something in the last ball. Eventually,
Yeah. I mean, that
Pakistan
was a
won.
wide. I don't know how the umpire didn't call it a wide. I mean,
Yeah,
horrible from the umpire there. It
yeah.
should have been a wide. It was a clear,
I
clear
didn't watch
wide.
the match, but I had a
But
lot of fun on
Shanaka,
social media.
if Shanaka finished that match, I think it would have been curtains on Shaheen Afridi's international career there, right then and there. Because 26, I think they required of the last over, hit him for three sixes and a boundary. 22 was scored. One more six was required of the last ball, and he missed that. He led that for a wide, but the umpire didn't give it a wide.
I can
Right?
imagine the
Phenomenal hitting
scene.
by Shanaka.
I can imagine the scenario how it would have looked like. I remember when RCB versus CSK game where it was 26 or 28 required on the
MS
last.
versus Umesh.
Yeah,
26. 26. My goodness. Umesh Yadav, the legend.
so
Horrible
probably
bowling.
probably it would have been that kind of a day there in Pakistan versus Sri Lanka game. I assumed,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
yeah, that's that. Then we move on to the virtual quarterfinal. That was India versus West Indies. Sanju's comeback in Eden. That run chase, phenomenal run chase. There was the stat that India hadn't chased 160 plus in a World Cup without Virat Kohli, and we chased it three times. Both all three times, Virat Kohli was the highest scorer, and also the man of the
And the
match
man
again
of the
that time.
match. Man of the match as well. Yeah.
So to eclipse that, we know Virat Kohli is a goat in T20I cricket, and to actually overtake Virat Kohli and score that knock in Eden under that much pressure was absolutely phenomenal. Then the Finn Allen 100 against South Africa. I mean, literally played one knock and just rolled South Africa out of the tournament.
Nahin,
They
I think
they
Finn
were
Allen was
absolute.
good before that
No,
as well.
yeah. I'm not saying that way. What I'm saying is he played one knock out of his skin. 33 ball 100 is. I mean, you don't get that every day. It was a freakish knock.
Yeah.
So that
I mean,
actually threw South Africa.
I have followed Finn Allen since 2022, and I think he's one player. I mean, I said in it in some previous episode as well that he is one player alongside Abhishek Sharma and Phil Salt who can just blast his way into the innings. Any
Basically,
beat any opposition, any ground. They are
basically they
just
are
that kind of
50,
batters.
they are 50 ball 130 kind of batters.
Yeah, these three are those kind of batters. So
Yeah.
and he comes to the party in the best possible game, you can say.
Actually did a good job for us, I must say, because I would have been not scared, but I would have been very cautious if South Africa were there in the final against India, because that could have gone either way. We have to be very honest. We should say South Africa was the team of the tournament until that semi-final. I mean,
Yeah, for
there's
sure.
no questions over that. Then comes the semi-final for India. Akshar Patel's catches, phenomenal catches, and the Bumrah magic in Wankhede that helps India cross to the final. Then comes the final itself, and we were so Dragon Ball Z fans out there would get this. We were in Super Saiyan mode. We just blasted New Zealand out of the game, out of the tournament, and like there was no comeback for them, no comeback. So the
For sure,
moment
for sure.
Finn Allen was out, it was done and dusted for them. So those are
Anyways, I
the
don't think 250 255 would have been chased down. I mean, how do you chase down 255? No matter
maybe
how
getting
good
into
the
the
wickets are.
11, who knows, man? Who knows? So
Yeah. But against a team like us, it's extremely difficult. With Bumrah, I mean, you have to score like 220 of the remaining 16 overs. It's kind of
exactly,
impractical there.
exactly,
Extremely impractical.
exactly. So that's that. Those were the top 15 moments from this World Cup. I think we had a brilliant ICC tournament this time around. I know we get that every year. So this one particularly stood out for me because of the sheer amount of moments and the performances of some underdog teams, and India, of course, playing like champions despite the one blip in their campaign. And overall, it was a fantastic tournament to be part of as a viewer. And thankfully, God granted me that opportunity to be in the final itself and enjoy the fireworks, especially after the debacle that was 2023. I think 2026 World Cup is everything that 2023 promised and more.